Yo, what's up, Mayors? Back at it again with another banger. Today, we're diving into that exclusive drip from this month's SimCity event. Yup, we're talking about the Monaco buildings. Sleek, bougie, and low-key flexing on your whole city. Is it worth it? Or just another hype trap? Stick around, because we're breaking it all down. Visuals, stats, vibes, and if this is a must-cop or hard pass. Let's go! Boo, baby! Aight, first up, we got Villa Lvigi. This one's giving straight-up old money Monaco vibes. Think luxury, class, and a bit of that I own a yacht energy. Stat-wise, it's packing a 45% boost over a 20 by 18 tile area. That's actually pretty decent, especially for players trying to flex in mid to late game setups. You're getting solid coverage without eating up your whole layout. Efficient and aesthetic. We love to see it. Personally, I'm giving it a strong 8 out of 10. Why? The design slaps, like it's screenshot worthy. The boost radius is chef's kiss. But it's not the biggest ROI if you're tight on city space. And some may find the style doesn't mesh with ultra-modern setups. Still though, if you're going for that elegant coastline elite look, Villa Lvigi is totally worth slotting in. Just be ready to rearrange a few blocks. Next up on the lineup, we've got the luxurious resort. And yo, the name ain't lying. This thing screams 5-star getaway vibes. Poolside drinks, sunset views, and probably a jazz playlist in the lobby. People! Now for the juicy part. It gives a 55% boost, yet 55, across an 18 by 18 tile area. Plus, the building itself is only 4 by 4 tiles. So you get mad value for a super compact footprint, right? I'm rating it a solid 8 out of 10. Same as Villa Lvigi, but for different reasons. Stat-wise, it's a beast. Small size, big boost. Aesthetic, very clean, very premium. But false. It kind of blends in. If you've already got a bunch of beach-themed or hotel-style buildings, doesn't pop as much visually, unless you design around it. Still, if you're min-maxing space and want that bougie resort look, this is def or W. Drop it near the coast, or make it the centerpiece of your tourist trap district. It just works. Alright, moving on. Next, we've got the absolute power move of this event, the Racetrack Casino. This one's flashy, fast-paced, and built to scream luxury and adrenaline all in one. It's like Vegas met Monaco, and add a SimCity baby. Now check this out. It gives a huge 65% boost across a 26 by 26 tile radius. And it only takes up 6 by 6 tiles, which is actually wild for the kind of boost it brings. This one's made to carry your city stats while looking like a total flex piece. I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. Boost is top tier, possibly one of the best from this event. The visuals are a whole vibe. Casino lights, racetrack detail, everything pops. Feels like a real centerpiece, not just a filler. Only minor downside? It's a bit tricky to blend into casual or minimalist layouts. This building's loud, in the best way. So if you're looking for max value and big city drama, Racetrack Casino is a no-brainer. It's a bold pick, and your skyline's gonna thank you. Aight, now let's talk about one of the real MVPs of this event, the Monaco Casino. This one's a hotspot building, which means, yup, it levels up. At max level, 15, you're looking at a juicy 70% boost over a 22 by 22 tile area. And it only takes up 4 by 4 tiles. That's crazy efficient, especially for long-term grinders who like that upgrade path payoff. But here's the real flex. When you hit level 15, the whole building literally starts shining gold. Like, bro, it glows. It's got that ultra-rare loot box energy just sitting in your city. I'd say this one's a straight 9 out of 10. Compact footprint. Progression-based, which feels super rewarding. That final gold glow makes it feel legendary. Only thing is, you do need to invest time and resources to level it up. So it's not an instant flex, but once it's maxed, it's one of the cleanest stunners in the game. Next on deck, we've got the Port Hercules. And yo, this one's giving luxury harbour energy. It's clean, classy, and 100% high society sim vibes. It's not just a port, it's a statement. This one's a hotspot building, which means you can level it up all the way to level 10. At max level, it gives you a 65% boost over a 22 by 28 tile area. That's long and wide, perfect for those waterfront layouts. And the best part, it's only 4 tiles wide, so it fits smooth along the coast or edge builds. Personally, I'm rating it a solid 8 out of 10. Boost is strong, size is compact and coastal friendly. And the design? It's chef's kiss, luxury marina realness. Downside, like most hotspots, you gotta invest a bit to get that full power. But once it's maxed, it definitely earns its keep. And visually, it's subtle but premium. Not flashy, but if you look close, it's dripping with detail. Alright, shifting gears to the beach specialization category. First up, we got the Oceanographic Museum. And yo, this one is pure elegance. No neon lights, no hyper-futuristic glass towers, just a clean, classic architectural beauty. Stat-wise, it gives a 45% boost across an 18 by 22 tile area. Not the biggest range, but for a beach spec building, it's solid. Plus, the vibe is where this one really shines. I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. That traditional museum look, stunning. Fits perfectly with vintage, natural or classy coastal layouts. Just feels smart, you know? Like your city suddenly got cultured. It might not stand out if you're running a futuristic beach theme, but that's also kind of the point. This building is for those who like timeless design, not flying cars. So yeah, Oceanographic Museum, big win for the non-modern aesthetic lovers. It's giving Monaco heritage vibes with a seaside twist. Up next on the beach lineup, say hello to the Monaco Heliport. Yeah, a literal helipad on the beach. If that's not peak luxury, I don't know what is. This one gives a 45% boost over a 20 by 16 tile area. Not huge, but definitely useful if you're optimizing beachside bonuses. And let's be honest, you're not placing this for raw stats. You're placing it because it's a freaking heliport by the ocean. That's just cool. Rating? I'm giving it a 7 out of 10. Unique concept, definitely adds personality. Compact and easy to place. Brings some modern wealth energy without going full sci-fi. The boost is a bit average and visually it might not stand out much unless you build around it. But still, it's low-key a vibe, especially if you're creating a luxury marina, coastal club or elite resort zone. Monaco Heliport isn't trying to be the loudest in the room. It's just casually pulling up in a helicopter and leaving a shadow on your whole city. Alright, last but not least in the beach squad, we've got the Lovato Beach. This one's all about good vibes, soft waves, and premium sand. It's simple, stylish, and makes your coastline feel like a 5-star escape. Stat-wise, you get a 40% boost over a 20 by 16 tile area. Not breaking any records, but still super solid for a beach spec building. Especially one that looks this clean. I'm rating it an 8 out of 10. Visuals are smooth. It's got that luxury resort beach aesthetic. Easy to place and fits almost any beach layout. Great supporting piece for other beach buildings like heliport, resorts, or museums. Boost could have been a bit higher, but hey, this one's about vibes, not raw power. It's not here to dominate, it's here to make your coastline look expensive while staying chill. So yeah, Lovato Beach is a solid pickup if you're building a beautiful, immersive coastal city. Moving on to the park specialization. And guess what? We're getting something super fresh, the Royal Blimp. Yeah, a whole blimp hovering over your city like it owns the skies. And honestly, it's kinda majestic. It gives a 45% boost over a 20 by 20 tile area, and the building itself is only 4 by 4 tiles. Super efficient for a park piece. But the real star here? That blimp design. It's got royal vibes, smooth animation, and just floats above your city like it knows it's better than everything else. I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. Looks amazing, unique, detailed, and classy. Small size, great coverage. Adds movement and life to your skyline, not just static scenery. Only minor thing is, it doesn't really look like a park building. But honestly, the aesthetic is so strong, it doesn't even matter. If you're into elegant, animated details that make your city feel alive, Royal Blimp is a must-have. It's not just decoration, it's a floating flex. Alright, sliding over to the education specialization. We've got a new drop, the Children Play School. Sounds wholesome, right? And yeah, it's cute, colourful, and definitely built for your suburban or family-focused districts. You're getting a 45% boost over a 20 by 20 tile area, with a nice compact 4x4 tile footprint. Stat-wise, not bad at all. It's functional and fits easily in most builds. But here's the thing, I'm giving it a 7 out of 10. It does its job, good coverage, solid size. But the design is kinda mid. It's not bad, just a bit plain. Doesn't really pop like the other buildings from the Monaco event. Also, not 100% sure if this one's officially part of the Monaco event pass, or maybe a side reward from a mini event coming up. It gives off that bonus prize energy, like one of those unlockables from a short challenge week. Let's move to transport specialization, and this one's interesting. Say hi to the Great Loop. Yeah, sounds epic, right? And stat-wise, it kinda is, but I don't know what it is. It's a monument or what? So here's the deal. You get a 50% boost over an 18 by 18 tile area, which is actually really solid. But the building itself, it's literally one tile. Like, one. You could blink and miss it. Rating-wise, I'm giving it a 6 out of 10. The boost is great, especially for such a tiny footprint. Easy to squeeze into dense cities. But the visual presence is basically zero. Hard to notice unless you zoom in. And when placed next to larger, detailed buildings, it just disappears into the background. It kind of feels like a secret booster tile more than a real building. Still, if you're into efficiency and want that hidden power boost, the Great Loop can be useful. But if you're looking for aesthetics or wow factor, this one's not it. And now, time to hit the fancy side of town. We're talking entertainment specialization. And up first, the stunning Opera de Monte Carlo. This building, absolute elegance. It's like your city just unlocked VIP cultural status. Stat-wise, you're getting a 50% boost over a 20 by 20 tile area. And the size is a clean 4x4. Perfect balance between impact and placement flexibility. I'm giving this one a 9 out of 10. Signed by classic, detailed, regal. Fits perfectly in any upscale or historic style zone. Brings serious prestige to your skyline. Only reason it's not a 10? Maybe just personal. It doesn't pop in futuristic builds unless you theme around it. But honestly, this thing is a work of art. If you're into timeless, non-modern design like I am, this one's gonna live rent-free in your layout. Opera de Monte doesn't scream for attention. It just stands there. Looking rich, cultured, and important. Alright, moving into landmark specialization, we've got an absolute gem, Monaco St. Charles Church. And yo, this one, straight up masterpiece. If you're into old world charm, European vibes, or Florence style housing like me, this is it. Stat-wise, you're getting a 40% boost across a 16 by 18 tile area, with a super manageable 3x4 tile size. But let's be real, you're not picking this for the boost. You're picking it because it makes your city feel like it belongs in a Renaissance painting. This one's a rare 10 out of 10 for me. The architecture is chef's kiss. Detailed, elegant, and timeless. It blends perfectly with Florence-style homes or old European layouts. Small enough to place easily, but still makes a big visual impact. Honestly, this building doesn't just level up your city. It adds soul. Place it in a town square, near a park, or at the heart of your historic district. And boom, instant depth. Okay, here we are. The grand final. From landmark specialization, we've got the one, the only, Prince's Palace of Monaco, -C. And let me tell you right now, this isn't just a building. This is pure royalty. You're getting a 50% boost over a 20 by 20 tile area. And it fits neatly in just 4x4 tiles. But the impact it brings, way bigger than the numbers. Rating? I don't care. This is a straight up 11 out of 10. Cool, the design is insanely beautiful. Classic, noble, detailed. Fits perfectly with Florence-style housing or any European-inspired district. Instantly makes your city feel like it has real history, like it matters. And that's a wrap, Mayors. From palaces and opera houses to luxury resorts and floating blimps, my personal faves, you already know. Now it's your turn. Drop them in, build around them, and make your city feel alive. This isn't just SimCity, it's your story in skyline form.